Hello and welcome to another CalCATS tutorial, and here we're going to discuss the relationship between business, location and devices, and that is relevant for the weights and measure component of CalCATS. So let's start with a business. A business is the corporation who runs that certain kind of business, like a Safeway Incorporated or Chevron Corporation. And those businesses can contain locations, or they have locations, and those are the brick and mortar stores like Safeway number 1, 2, 3, 4, which happen to be on 7766 Main Street in some particular town. So the location is actually that store that is owned or operated by that business. And certainly a business can have multiple locations. And then in that location, there can be multiple or a device type, and device type can be counter scales or retail motor fuel, gas pumps. And certainly a location can have multiple of those device types. So this here is the relationship between business and location and device types, and it's this hierarchical relationship here. So let's jump into CalCATS and create some businesses and location and device types. First off, we go to activity and select businesses. You see we have two businesses defined, Safeway and the Kroger Corporation. And we'll add a new one for Chevron Corporation. Type, I leave empty for now. And they are on Bollinger Canyon Road. In San Raymond, California, of course, and zip code 94583. You can enter different mailing address. For good measure, let's enter the phone number here, which is this one. And furthermore, let's enter non-description but county notes. And mentioned with whom we are normally dealing with. Click the Save button when we're done. And as easy as that, we have our third business defined. And you notice there's no locations for that corporation. So let's add a location. You can edit, you can delete, or you can add locations to this business. That's what we're going to do right now. Business is selected, Chevron Corporation, and let's add a new location. And this is the Chevron station number, doesn't matter for our example here, but that location that I picked out on the map is on Waterloo Road in Stockton. And a phone number. and it's in the Stockton Weights and Measure district. You can assign locations to certain districts. That keeps them organized. I disable the ag location, Stockton zone, and here you find the lat long is empty, but you can find it on Google. It does a reverse geocode, and it found the address to this lat long, the exact address. And let's click on Google Maps real quick, and it opens up a new tab. And if we zoom in a little bit, go to the satellite view maybe, and yep, that does indeed look like a gas station. So we're happy with it. We can close this tab and accept the georeference, and the lat long is being copied into those fields, which will be handy I'll show you in a second where this comes in handy. So now we have a location defined, and here you can define the devices now. Click on this little icon and add a device type to this location. Let's select fuel station. District, and let's say it has 16 gas stations, this location. Last inspection date, we went there in June, and we inspected all 16 of those, and that's it. Well, let's actually enter. Let's go to edit and enter the next inspection date, due date, and so I can show you on the map view or the planner, weights and measure planner, how that ties into the whole solution here. So next inspection is November 10th, and if I go to businesses, now I have Chevron location with one business with one location, and if I go to locations, I can start searching here for Chevron and select that, and here's my one location for this business. Okay, so let's go back to activities, and here is the map viewer, and it displays, so I logged in as San Joaquin County, and here is my Chevron station. It's orange because the inspection is due this week. So you have all those fuel stations, 4 of them defined. If I zoom in, you get a visual representation of all your locations on a map. Zoom in a little, and indeed that is the location that that Chevron station is at. The other view is the weights and measure planner, which is almost like a tabular view of all the locations that fit your filter criteria up here. So if I go to Stockton, for example, or you get the idea. You can filter certain things down, and here you have 16 devices that need to be inspected on the 10th of November. So this is the relationship between business, location, and device types, and now you're able to set up all the locations in your county.